Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. Pile 1, welcome back. My name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading. Whomever you have on your mind that is a romantic interest, that's who we are tapping into today. And what we are finding out is what their thoughts and feelings are towards you right now, this very moment. Okay, so let's see. Just keep in mind, you guys, it's a general reading, so whatever resonates, take it, run with it. If something just doesn't click or it just doesn't feel like that's, that resonates, then just definitely drop it, leave it behind for whomever it may resonate for. Sometimes very specific messages will come through. If those specific messages aren't, that's not relevant to your situation, then just drop those as well. More general energies and stuff will come through as well. All right, you guys, so pile 1, you were drawn to the Caribbean Calcite heart. We're going to get the overall general feeling of what is going on with your person in terms of what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you. So we got poised in the reverse. And then we have the moon also showing up in the reverse. Let's see what poised in the reverse has to say. In the reverse, where are you at? Okay. All right, so in the reverse, poised says you're not ready to move forward at this time, and that has to be okay. Be poised in the face of demands and deadlines. Pretending you know what you're doing works sometimes, but if you adopt a fake it till you make it attitude, it will land you in some muck now. This is not the time to wing it and deliver something half finished. It's okay to postpone things until you are really ready. It's better to disappoint others now than to wish you had later. So I am definitely kind of picking up on some energies where your person is, they're pulling their energy back, or they have already pulled their energy back towards you in this connection. But it feels like it's coming from a space of your person. It literally says they're not ready. They're not ready to move forward, okay? Now, we'll see later on how the reading unfolds to see if they want to move forward, but maybe there's some circumstances happening in their life where they're just not able to, or for whatever reason they're not ready to move forward, and they don't want to. We'll see what direction this goes in. Okay, And so it kind of feels like whatever, you know, we'll see. We're going to stop there because I don't know if they're postponing things or putting this connection on the back burner because they're trying to clean things up in their life, or if they're putting it on the back burner because it's just their attention and their interest and their focus is somewhere else. We'll find out. Let's find out what's going on with... Actually, what I'm being told is to go ahead and move on to the next. Okay, so we're going to get three. We're going to get 6 of these, actually. Okay, pile 1's person. Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 1 in the connection, please. We're going to do one more shuffle. Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 1 in the connection. I am getting there's not fear involved with that. Okay. We have still battling addiction and inner demons, and I'll let you know why. This feels more like they're not ready. Okay, they're not ready to get the ball rolling on this connection because there's some things that are getting in the way. All right. Namely, like an addiction your person might have, and or you know, if it's not an addiction to like a substance, then it might just be an addiction to a way of thinking, a way of living. We'll see what else comes out here. Yeah, it says we will be together again. Okay, so this is not, it's not that they don't want to. It's not that they don't want to move forward with you. Pile 1 is they're literally, they're not ready because there's something going on. They're battling something behind the scenes, you know, that you may or may not know about. But they literally said, they're saying here, you know, the two of you will be together again. So I will find out after I get these cards. I'm going to get 6 of these, and then I'm going to find out what's going on with the moon, because it feels like they are aware of something now. So it's not that they're scared of this connection. They're not necessarily scared of you or moving things forward with you. It's not that. Something here feels like it's been made known, and we'll find out what that is with the moon in the reverse. Okay. Let's see. Give me 4 more. Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 1 in the connection, please. It's just a game to me. I'm waiting for the right time. And that came out with poised, and that we did, it was talking about something about the right time with poised. Like, now's not the right time, but your person is waiting for the right time, and we'll figure out what's going on with it's just a game to me. Give me 2 more. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have I choose you. Okay, so your person, like, their thoughts and their feelings when it comes to you in this connection is that they want to choose you, and they do choose you, maybe even, you know. But here we have, okay. For those of you where there's a third party involved, and you know there's a third party involved, or maybe you suspect that there's a third party involved, okay, this is coming out right underneath to it's just a game to me. This feels like it's talking about whatever it is they're doing with third parties, okay? If your person is still on dating apps, this is very much giving me the vibe of somebody that's keeping you in this connection very casual, not devoting a lot of time, attention, and, you know, resources on this connection. But it's not because they don't want to be with you. They're literally coming out and saying, I choose you, pile 1. But they got some other stuff here that is going on. Still battling addiction and inner demons. And it could be something having to do, it could be multiple things. These inner demons or this addiction could be multiple things. There's third party vibes coming out here. We have love bombing and gaslighting. They might be telling someone else, like if there's a third party involved, they might be telling that person and playing games with that person and telling that person that that person has their heart when they don't actually have their heart. If they told you, pile 1, that someone else has their heart, this is like they didn't mean it. or it's not something that they mean. It might just be something they're telling you to kind of create some distance between the two of you. This is really, I'll admit, even for a reader, this is confusing behavior, why somebody would do that. But I mean, you know, the devil energy is coming through in this message here about still battling addiction and inner demons. You know, fear can make people do a lot of really, you know, messed up, stupid things, like telling the person that you really want to be with that you'd rather be with someone else. Okay, doesn't make sense, but it does happen. Okay, if you're not familiar with the different insecure attachment styles, definitely read into it. Somebody that would do something like that, you know, is indicative of somebody that has a very avoidant attachment style, possibly dismissive avoidant. Okay. Let me find out what's going on, though. I want to double check what's going on with someone else has my heart. Could be a fire sign, somebody they're really attracted to, Aries, Leo, Sag, or it could just be a very fiery, kind of a passionate, charismatic personality. Okay, this is someone from their past. This is someone from your person's past, pile 1. That's what this is. That's what this inner demon is. It's your person is attached to something that happened to them in the past, where your person was love bombed and or gaslighted by this past person. Does this person actually have your heart, or is it more that? Tell me more about that. And then we'll move on, because this is, you know, your person's past your person's fixation on the past is definitely influencing movement here. They're wanting to drop that and let it go, but they're having a hard time releasing what happened to them in this past connection. Okay, so what's coming through pile 1 is your person. Okay, so there's a scenario that's coming through, and I feel like I don't feel like it's too much of a specific message, but what I am going to say is that your person has a hard time believing now. Like, if you're telling your person that you love them, that you value them, if you're complimenting your person, if you're trying to hype them up and, you know, give them accolades and stuff like that, they're not landing. Okay, your person it's very difficult for your person to believe those things and receive those things, because what's coming through is, what I'm hearing your person say is they've heard it all before. Maybe not from you, but from someone else, and come to find out none of it was true. It was all of it was gaslighting and love bombing. So your person now, out of fear, your person's having a very rough time allowing themselves to receive that what they have with you is real. Let me find out what's going on with It's Just a Game to Me. What are your thoughts and feelings? I feel like they're afraid that that's what this is for you. Yeah, okay. They're afraid you're faking it too, the way a past person faked it. Like, they're afraid you're love bombing, because You do make them feel really good, pile one, and they question that. And there's the moon in the upright position now. I just heard something about your person kind of being in this space where they, you know, I just heard I'm better off alone, or maybe I'm better off alone. Your person is thinking and saying this. You know, we got the Nine of Pentacles here. We have the moon showing up now in the upright position, and then we have we got the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, they're trying to protect themselves. They're trying to protect their heart, not only their heart, but maybe even their assets. Your person may have been burned more ways than once when it comes to this past person, pile one. Now they are very skittish when it comes to like really close, like commitment. They're very skittish now when it comes to commitment. This is why they're having a hard time moving things out of a casual, lighthearted space in terms of your guys' connection into something more committed, something more everyday, you know, because they had more than their heart broken in the past. They had dreams shattered, you know, they may have lost their home, they may have, you know, lost their finances. There may have been a very nasty divorce or a breakup in your person's past. For some of you, it feels recent, okay? It doesn't feel like it was that long ago. Again, that could be a little bit more specific. So if you know that, you know, your person, you know, if this is resonating and that's your person's story and you know that it was several years ago, again, just, you know, take whatever resonates, okay? Let's see. Still battling addiction and inner demons. Is there anything more about that? Ooh, yeah, you guys, it's, I don't want to say it's bad, but it's definitely a very arduous battle that your person is going through. The Nine of Wands is showing up in a very precarious position because sometimes they, you know, sometimes they feel like they have the resilience for it and sometimes they don't. Okay, the Nine of Wands in the upright position, that's somebody that's, you know, still standing to fight another day. You know, they're not giving up. Yeah, they're wounded and they're weary, but they still have the strength to fight on, right? And then if it were to show up in the reverse position, that's someone that's just like, I don't have any more strength to fight, I give up, right? And it come out neutral. So your person kind of goes back and forth between having the strength to fight it, and then sometimes they don't. So if this is like someone who is actively in an addiction in terms of like an actual substance, this is someone that might try to be clean for however long, right? A few days or weeks or months, maybe even. And then they lose the battle by relapsing. Okay, if this is someone that's it's not an addiction, it can be talking about their inner demons, right? There are days when they can see themselves in this connection with you being very happy and things working out, and yeah, this could really happen, like this could be it, right? For real, this could be it. And then, you know, depression or just that mean voice in their head, or just fear, even fear and doubt can win the day, and your person's like, nope, let me get back on this dating app or start chatting up so and so again, you know, because they're afraid that if they let their guard down towards you and believe and allow themselves to believe that what you're saying is true, they're afraid that, you know, it's just that, it's that mechanism. It's that, remember what happened the last time you believed somebody? It's that, right? And so this may be why you might be experiencing things with your person as going really well, like things are going really well, and then all of a sudden they pull back their energy and you're like, what just happened? That's why. You know, they'll have really good days when they believe it, when they're excited about it, and then they get to a certain point and that voice comes in, and that fear, that doubt, that's like, you're gonna get hurt again. What if you get hurt? And so they pull back. That's what that is, okay? Despite that though, your person is like, we are going to be together again. there's almost this energy coming through. And then we also have, I'm waiting for the right time. And they choose you. So, I mean, no matter where they are at in that inner battle, they don't have any, what's that word? They don't have any intention of actually letting you go. They're having a difficult time with where to put you in their life, and a lot of that may have to do with they know what you want and what you are okay with and not okay with, and they're battling that as well. But you know, your person knows that if there was anyone that they were going to commit their lives to, it would be you, because literally they say, I choose you. You're the one I want to be with when I'm not constantly in fear of having my heart and my world shattered again, right? Tell me more about I'm waiting for the right time. Yeah. They have an intention to let their guard down. Okay? They do. Because I just peeped the 9 of Wands in the reverse, which can talk about giving up. But what I sensed when I saw that was giving up their defenses, giving up their resistance. They're waiting for the right time to completely let you in. Let you into their heart, let you into their life, let you into whatever it may be. And also what I'm hearing is they're waiting for the right time to completely give in to you and to this connection. Their defenses are still up though, and that's because of that inner battle. Okay, and it could be both. Your person could have, you know, an actual active addiction going on, and they could also still be battling the fear and the doubt that was, you know, born out of being love bombed and gaslit by somebody in the past. It could be both for your person. You're going to know whether or not, you know, at least you're going to either know that there's an active addiction going on in your person's life, or you're going to suspect it. Okay. They do have, I will say, the intention of your person. They have the intention of letting you in. Okay. And, I'm hearing now's not the right time for whatever reason, and we saw that with poised, like they're not ready for that yet, but they want it. They want to let you in. They want to let their guard down towards you. They want to believe that everything you're telling them is real. They want to, okay? Anything to add for I choose you? We got the 9 of Pentacles showing up with the 5 of Cups in the reverse. All right, let's clarify this. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know, your person is very, very gun shy. Very gun shy when it comes to making things a commitment. Okay, committing to things. Because we got the 4 of Wands in the reverse. They choose you, but it's almost like... I mean, this is very confusing. It is. It's very confusing because the 9 of Pentacles is talking about somebody that's single, right? Not in a relationship. You know, happily single and thriving single. Very independent. Okay? 5 of Cups in the reverse. You know, that's overcoming depression. That, yeah, and that might be what it is. That might be your person saying, I choose you after I'm able to learn how to thrive, you know, by myself. Your person might be trying to take care of some things like in their physical material realm. They're not ready though, you know, for anything every day. They're not ready for an everyday commitment. They're not ready for, you know, moving you in, you guys living together. They're not ready for marriage or anything like that. They do choose you, okay? And at this point in time, they're not ready for it. So this is so weird because like mentally and emotionally, they choose you. You're the one they want to be with. And it feels like things are just not aligned where your person wants them to be in their material world, and really mentally and emotionally too. Your person is not thriving in any way right now. They're not thriving mentally, they're not thriving emotionally, they're not thriving, you know, financially or materialistically for a lot of you, okay? And it's due because of, you know, whatever this, you know, the addiction and or the inner demons that they're still battling with. It's almost like I choose you when I you know, when the addiction's not there and the inner demons are taken care of. You know, it's almost like that's the intention. They want to be with you. When all the other stuff is like, you know, taken care of, which it feels like they're working on at some, you know, or they're wanting to work on in you know, clearing out whatever, because that's what's getting in the way here. What's getting in the way of the two of you being able to really be together where your person is concerned is their addiction, you know, whether to an actual substance or just a way of thinking and or inner demons, okay? Yeah, okay. They can't tell, so your person can't tell me. They can't tell you, tell me. They can't even tell themselves like what it is they choose you for. Because they don't know yet. They don't know yet because they can't see beyond this constant battle that's going on within them. They can't see beyond that. But this feels like I would choose you. That's what that feels like. I would choose you, you know, if none of this other stuff was going on. But it is. It's not necessarily that they're choosing addiction and inner demons. That's the war that's playing out. Your person doesn't want to be in that, but they almost like they don't have a choice. They would choose you if they had the choice, right? Let's get some messages from them and then we will wrap up your reading. Your messages to pile one. If this is resonating so far, or if it's helping you out in any way, giving you any guidance, or maybe helping you, you know, with some closure, whatever it is that you came here for, right? Do me a favor, make sure you're smashing the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family by hitting that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And let's see, pile one's person, what messages do you have for pile one regarding your thoughts and feelings? There's again, oh look, again, we will be together again, twice. Your person's letting you know, especially if you haven't heard from them, whatever this is, it's only temporary. Like, you're going to hear from them again. I mean, they're letting you know. That's their main number one message to you, pile one, is to assure you, you are going to be together again, okay? They do want to be with you. Yeah, oh wow. And this even come up in and on top of still battling it, it's like regardless of whether or not they're still battling addiction or their inner demons, they have every intention of staying in contact with you. And if they had it their way, you would always be in their life, always. We have I hid who I really am from you, and that's coming up on top of still battling addiction and inner demons. They're hiding this from you, or they're trying to hide it from you. And that might be why the moon is coming up in the reverse here, because I feel like they want to reveal that to you. They want to let you know that they're battling with these things. They want to let you know, right? I mean, that's kind of, and that might be where this, I'm waiting for the right, like they're waiting for the right time to tell you. That's part of them letting you in, is letting you know, hey, I've got a serious problem with alcohol, or I have a serious problem with, you know, drugs, pain pills, or I've got a serious problem with depression, or whatever the case may be, right? They're right now, they don't feel comfortable enough for whatever reason to share that with you. But they want to. That's part of letting you in, is letting you know what they're battling. They hid that from you though. And there's fear attached to letting you know that, but they do. They want to let you know that. Give me one more. Okay, so we have I see life differently now, but it was wanting to come out in the reverse. This is something that your person is trying. See, everything is tying back to whatever this addiction and or these inner demons are. Your person is having, and it's coming right on top of, like, you know, this gaslighting thing. Like, they are trying so hard. They want so much to believe like this is, like, they've been given a second chance. I'm hearing both in life and in love, right? Your person may very well be battling some kind of a mental illness, you know, depression, or, you know, bipolar or something like that. And they're having a really hard time. And if it's not anything like that, it could just be your person wanting so much to believe that you are their second chance at life and of love, right? In love predominantly, when it comes specifically to this connection. And like, again, you know, going back to what we said earlier, there are times when they believe it, there, you know, and then that darkness will swoop in, that fear and those doubts, and it just kind of robs them of the joy of really being able to enjoy what the two of you have. And there's a real inner battle going on. So it says, I see life differently. They want to. They're trying to. And the hold that, you know, their shadow basically is what it is, right? Inner wounding, wounded child, wounded ego, abandonment wounds, attachment issues, all of those things, right, are made up in the shadow. You know, there are moments when they're hypnotized in that story. What if this isn't real? What if I get hurt again? What if I lose everything again? Okay. They have no regrets when it comes to you though, pile one. None. Because at the back of the deck we have, I would do it all again. They don't regret meeting you or being with you or anything like that. You know, this is just an inner battle that they're going through. Let's get 3 from this deck and then we will call it a day. Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 1, please. Oh, wow. Okay, give me one more. Give me one more. Oh. Okay. So if your person, if you know that they've been dealing with third parties, or they're, you know, casually dating other people, or if you suspect it, or, you know, they're, whatever the case may be, they don't want to be in that mode anymore. They really want to let go of that part of their life and really commit to something. Your person is really wanting something more stable, more predictable, more, you know, everyday. You know what I mean? They actually really do want that. We got player in the reverse here. Your person does not want to be a player. They don't want that lifestyle. They don't want, you know, casual. They don't want that. They actually want something that is more close and tight knit, right? And there's another part of them that actually fears that, because again, that all goes back to that past person where they were love bombed, you know. Anyway, we can get off of that. With the gods favor you here, it says, now's the time. Your prayers have been heard. You will succeed and you will be vindicated. So, you know, your person, it does feel they might be praying or looking for, you know, spiritual guidance or help when it comes to, you know, their mental health, emotional health, if there's an actual addiction here. And they are receiving it, whether, you know, they're asking for it or not, because it is something that your person wants. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying that is because some of you might be with somebody that doesn't believe in a higher power or doesn't, you know what I mean? But just the very fact that your person is longing so much for freedom from, you know, whatever this addiction and the inner demons are, they're receiving help for that from their higher self, from the universe, whatever the case may be. Okay. And this is also their way of letting you know, because these are messages to you. Your person is letting you know that whatever you've been showing up, however you've been showing up for this person, you are going to be vindicated. You are going to succeed. Regardless of what happens between the two of you, your person is letting you know, like your person definitely knows, Pile 1, that you deserve a lot more than what you've been getting. You deserve exactly what it is that you want. You deserve that, right? And if you're wanting marriage, if you want something that's every day, your person's like, they're acknowledging you deserve all of that. And they do want to be the ones to give that to you, right? We've got Beauty and Grace over here that says they find you extremely beautiful and attractive. I'm adding the attractive in there because I just heard it. So they find you extremely beautiful and attractive, but your beauty intimidates them. They think someone else is more deserving. See, yeah, your person goes back and forth. So, you know, there's a lot going in with your person when it comes to their inner demons, because, you know, there's the part of them that wants to believe that all of it's real, you know, but again, there's a lot going on with your person internally in terms of, I mean, they got a wound about not being good enough. Whether it started with, you know, that past person that they've been love bombed and gaslit by, it, you know, that wound could have started way back before, you know, like in childhood somewhere. Your person is afraid of being left. They're afraid of being abandoned. They're afraid of somebody else better coming along and sweeping you off your feet. Those are just some of the fears that are going through their mind. We got lack of faith at the bottom of the deck. It says leaving you out in the cold has been one of their biggest regrets, which has made them lose hope in the situation. But this is just lack of faith overall. Your person has a real problem when it comes to believing the best for themselves, right? They want the best for themselves, but there's a problem here in their belief structure about whether or not they deserve it. If they have walked away from you, they definitely are wanting to come back. We've seen that multiple different ways, but we will be together again here twice, right? Verbatim. And then we had the Five of Pentacles show up in the reverse. So this is definitely your person wanting to come back, right? Get it back into your good graces if that's the case. Make amends with you. I'm picking up on a very apologetic energy. Whether or not they actually apologize, I'm not really quite sure. Your person might actually hold back a lot in terms of, you know, what they're thinking and how they're feeling. Because they do fear rejection in whatever form it may take, okay? Pile 1, we're going to go ahead and close your reading there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today, and I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys. Pile 2, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We are doing another Pick a Card Love reading, so this is going to be thoughts and feelings of whomever the person is on your mind, your romantic interest, okay? So just keep in mind, Pile 2, it's a general reading, so anything that resonates, you can definitely claim it, run with it. If something doesn't resonate, it just doesn't sound like your person or what's going on, just drop that and leave it behind for the people for whom it does resonate. Sometimes the like very specific energies and messages can come through, and that's just, you know, pulling from maybe a specific person's situation that's viewing. And if that's not you, then just, you know, drop that. More messages, you know, general messages will be coming through. All right, you guys. So yeah, Pile 2, you guys were drawn to the Lepidolite. Oh yeah, if you want me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection, where we're excluding everybody else's energy, I do have personal readings available. Just check the description box below for booking details. And I actually do have a reading where I'm tapping just exclusively into your person's thoughts and feelings for you and for the connection. It's $25. All right, you guys? And there's a lot of other $25 readings available in the specific person category as well. All right, so pile 2, you guys were drawn to the beautiful Lepidolite. Let's get your person's overall energy in terms of, I just heard it's complicated. We got Yang, but it's showing up in the reverse, and then we got the Chariot. Your person is feeling very impatient right now. I feel like they're wanting to make a move towards you, okay? They're getting very impatient. They're wanting to take action now. They're feeling very impulsive. We'll find out what this is about, though, okay? We'll find out, because that's the overall energy. Now, what way that might be going, we'll find out. Let's see. Pile 2's person. Your thoughts and feelings about pile 2 and your connection with pile 2. Pile 2's person. Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 2 and the connection, please. I just heard they're feeling very, very restless. Yeah, see, remembering and focusing on good times. I know we can work through this. Yeah, this is about you. They're wanting to come back if the two of you have broken up, if, you know, whatever. If you guys have parted ways, if you're not, if there's no contact here, no communication, they're definitely wanting to work things out, okay? Yeah, there we go. I'm sorry for making you look and or feel like a fool. But we have the skeletons are staying in the closet, and that's making me feel okay. So this is coming out right underneath focusing and remembering on the good times. Like, that's all your person wants to do. Like, yeah, they're like focusing on the good times is one of the reasons why they're feeling so impatient and so restless when it comes to like reconciling with you or working things out with you, getting back into your good graces, whatever the case may be, right? Some of you may not even be separated from your person, but there may be something strained about this connection. It's what, regardless of what the case may be, for those of you where it resonates, yes, they want to see you again. They want to, you know, reconnect with you, reconcile. And for those of you where that's not the case, your person is definitely wanting to get back to the way things used to be. Before there's something happened, like there was something happened that kicked this connection out of what felt like it may have been paradise in the beginning, right? So your person, they don't want to talk about what happened. They don't want to discuss, you know, yeah, they want to work through things, but what they're not wanting to do is they don't want to rehash the past. They don't want to bring the past into it. So your person's idea of working through things, pile 2, is acting as if the past never existed, as if none of those things ever happened, and just moving forward, focusing on the good times, the good things that the two of you have. Okay, now I will say, and I'm stepping outside of the energy right now, and I'm saying, if it's something where the two of you have already talked about, and maybe it you know, and this is going to require a level of, you know, self-examination, pile 2. If you and your person have already talked about what happened in the past and you're having a hard time letting it go so that you're always bringing it up, that's what your person is not wanting to do. Okay, for those of you where that resonates, your person is saying, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to live in the past anymore. I want to put the past behind us and move forward. Now, for those of you where it's like something happened and you haven't talked about it yet, this is your person being in a very just, they could be in a mode where they're just not wanting to be accountable. They don't want to be held accountable. They don't, you know what I'm saying? So there's two different groups here. There's a group here where you and your person have already talked about what happened in the past and you're having a hard time letting the past go and you keep bringing it up, okay? Your person is wanting to move forward now, okay? So their thoughts and feelings here are, I want to move forward with pile 2. And I don't want to talk about the past. I just want to focus on the good. And I just want to focus on, you know, the gifts that we can create together moving forward, okay? I will clarify these skeletons are staying in the closet. So there's a caveat there, pile 2. For some of you, this is largely implying that there are things that you have not yet talked about. That's coming from your person, right? There are some things that they don't want to talk about what they've been doing since the two of you have, you know, separated or not been talking. They don't want to talk about that. Let's move forward with the reading, and then I will focus on clarifying that, okay? Let's see, pile 2. No one compares to you. Okay, that's how they think and feel, that no one compares to you in a good way. But now we have keeping my options open, and then I only want you. So when a card comes out like that, where it's strictly sideways, this is kind of like they go back and forth between both energies. Your person is saying that no one compares to you, okay, pile 2. But for some reason, there's something here about your person wondering whether or not to leave the door to other options open. They're having a hard time really committing to this in their mind, and it may have something to do like with you and requiring them to divulge whatever these skeletons in their closets. Yeah, look, and then I'm not a safe space for you at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's find out what's going on. Okay, that's what keeping my options open and I only want you. This may be your person coming from a space of just, let's clarify that real quick. God, that is, you guys, sometimes as a reader, tapping into some of these energies, it can be difficult, you know, because I have to suspend judgment and my way of like how I would do things and how I would look at things to really kind of find out like where someone is coming from, right? But it is a gift that I do have. Finding out, like, you know, because in my mind, I'm trying to rationalize, and maybe you guys are too, like if your person is already saying that no one compares to you, pile 2, nobody makes me feel the way that you do. Nobody. And I'm out here, you know, just still keeping my options open. And you see what I'm saying? There's like, for me personally, that doesn't make sense, but I know there's a reason why they're doing it, because that's what's happening. I feel that this is true for your person. I feel that your person is authentically saying, and this is genuine, that no one compares to you. So why are they out there still looking, right? And that's what we're going to find out. And your person is saying, I'm not a safe space for you. So there's something underneath that's driving your person, that they might need validation, right? Your person might have some kind of a wound or something like that that is driving your person's need to always seek outside validation, like a hole or a void that, you know, they're trying to fill. But that's not anything that has to be done, you know, inwardly. Okay. Yeah, so that's what these skeletons are, because there's a lot of stuff here. Like one of the, you know, they are sorry, they are apologetic for, you know, making you look and or feel like a fool if you did, right? If you felt very foolish and this feels like it has everything to do with third parties, whether it's one third party in specific or if it's just multiple third parties, okay? Your person has a problem with monogamy. Just point blank. That's what's coming through. They don't want to have a problem with monogamy, but they're being driven for whatever reason to seek validation from multiple third parties. It has nothing to do with you not being good enough, pile, you know, 2, because your person is coming back saying, like, no matter how much they try, nothing compares to you. Nothing compares to the way that you make them feel, and for whatever reason, it's never enough, because that's the very nature of a void. You know, just like people who, you know, have a void with that, you know, this is just to kind of help you understand. It's like people that have millions of dollars and it's not enough. Billions of dollars and it's not enough, right? It's a void. It's something that's never satisfied and never fulfilled, and that's indicative of, you know, an inner wound that your person has. It's not that you're not good enough, and it's not that those millions aren't enough, right? It's just there's something within them that needs to be healed. Okay, so that's where your person is coming from. And let's see, tell me more about remembering, focusing on the good times. I'm mostly channeling here. I'm using tarot to clarify. But your person, like, their energy is coming through very, very clearly in this. I see what's happening here. Okay. Yeah, this is very back and forth. You guys have been back and forth with this person multiple times, what it feels like. And what happens is your person will get with you, right? And they'll do the committed thing, the monogamous thing. And for a minute, they're okay and they're satisfied until they're not. And then that's when they get triggered and they start looking for validation and whatever the case may be outside of their connection with you. And then, so the two of you might break up, you know, you might be like, whatever, I'm not putting up with that. And so, you know, they go do whatever they do, seeking outside validation. And then they spend some time separated outside of your energy. And that's when they realize, oh, you know, there's nothing like pile 2 out here at all. Nothing that I'm connecting with out here compares to what pile 2 and I have. That's when they come back. But it's like their wounding makes them forget. Their wounding lies to them and tells them that there has to be something else out there. What if there's something better? What if I'm missing out on something? And there's a very deep part of your person, pile 2, that knows that that's a lie. But when that wounding is not healed and it's active and it's triggered, it doesn't matter. People get, you know, and this happens all the time. We get, it's like you're in a trance. You're hypnotized. So you're not seeing and you're not feeling and you're not seeing what's real. I hope that makes sense, okay? I'm not making excuses for your person at all, pile 2. Not at all, okay? I'm just telling you where they're coming from and what's happening and why they do this, because this energy here is very genuine. No one compares to you. They're saying that. There's a lot of good here that your person is able to pull from when it comes to, like, you know, their connection with you, memories of you and stuff like that. And there's their shadow side of them that they get lost with. And until they heal that part of them, this is going to be a problem, okay? Your person is coming straight out. Now, again, this is bottom of the deck energy, and so your person it's not the strongest of energies, but there is some recognition that your person is saying, I'm not safe for pile 2, because they're seeing the pattern and they're starting to recognize their role in the pattern. But we still have these skeletons are staying in the closet. Specifically, your person is saying these skeletons are staying in my closet, meaning they're not going to tell you. They don't want to tell you, and they're not going to tell you what they've been doing in your absence. And they're not going to tell you, like, you know, if you suspect that your person was cheating on you when the two of you were together, they're not going to tell you, okay? They're not going to explain anything. They're not going to come clean about anything. Let's see. Tell me about these skeletons are staying in the closet. Yeah, juggling. They're not going to tell you that they've been, you know, juggling other energies besides you. Now, when they come to you, what they are going to tell you is that there isn't anybody else now. And that might be true, but what they're not going to tell you is all the other times that they told you that and they were lying. Okay? I'm just giving you, I'm just being honest and giving you what's coming through. Anything else to add for these skeletons are staying in the closet? Probably not. Nothing's coming out. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys, and it took a minute for that to come out, but I will say, you know, we got the Ace of Wands. If you guys have been, you know, following tarot for a while, there, you know, that can signify, you know, sexual energy. They're not going to tell you about any of the other times that they may have been sexual with someone else. They're just not going to tell you. And their excuse is that maybe they're thinking to themselves, because we got the Nine of Cups here. Again, this is the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Like, yeah, they may have had sexual contact with someone else, right? But it was not emotionally fulfilling. It may have not even been fulfilling much at all. Okay? With the Ace of Wands being clarified by the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Again, no one compares to you as what your person is thinking and feeling when it comes to you, and that includes sexually. But, again, they're being driven by something very dark, their shadow. A gaping wound of some kind that's not allowing them to really be satisfied and fulfilled with just one person, no matter how perfect your person thinks you are for them. Okay, it's maddening, I know, and it, you know, and maybe your person may even feel on some level that it's maddening for them, because they're looking for fulfillment and they're looking for satisfaction, and because they have that wounding, whether they're aware of it or not, they're just not being allowed to experience it. If it wasn't for their wounding, they would feel satisfied and fulfilled and whole and complete with you know, with you. But the wounding is there, okay? And it's that wound that's causing you know, all of this stuff. Okay, let's move on. Let's get some direct messages from them to you, and then we're going to close out your reading. Pile 2, if this is resonating, if it's, you know, providing you any kind of help or guidance or closure, whatever the case may be, whatever you came to this reading for, make sure to take a moment, if you would, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to show your appreciation as well as energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile, let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family by hitting the subscribe button as well as a notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. All right, pile 2's person. Okay, man, some of the messages that come through, you know, that I channel. Okay, so your intellect arouses me came out in a very, like I said, it's not really a neutralized position. It goes back and forth. So your person, what I'm hearing them say, like one of their messages to you, pile 2, is they love your intellect and they love how smart you are, and there are times when it pisses them off because you're coming through in this context in a very Queen of Swords energy. So the two of you can have some amazing conversations. You can hold your own with them when it comes to, like, intellectually. And because you are so smart and so intelligent and so acute, like, you can read them like nobody's business. Your person knows this. Like, they can't get anything past you in terms of bullshit. And so it's like a message that's what they're saying. It's like your intellect arouses them and it pisses them off, okay? Because, like I said, you can tell when they're on some shit. You can tell your bullshit and your radar detector for, you know, inappropriate shenanigans is just very cute, especially when it comes to this person, okay? But they do, like, your intellect does turn them on, okay? They love how smart you are. They love how the two of you can banter together, like how you're able to hold your own with them intellectually. They love that. And there are times when they don't. Okay, there are times when they don't. Let's see. Let's get 2 more. I won't let you down. And that actually was wanting to come in the reverse. And so they don't want to let you down. They fear letting you down. Your person is very aware of their inner battles still, okay? They don't want to let you down, but they fear that they will. Let's get one more. You came closer to anyone, yeah, and what's coming through in that energy is, pile 2, is no one knows you like you. No one knows them like you know them. Like, there are some skeletons in your person's closet, pile 2, that you do know about that nobody else knows about. Like, no, what your person is saying is no one has come as close to knowing who they truly are than you have. Yeah. And if there's something here about your person's ideal, what they're also saying is nobody has gotten, like, you're the closest they have ever found to whatever their perfect ideal is. You're the closest. Okay. I'm also picking up that there are some things that they've told you that they've never told anybody else. And that actually means a lot to your person. There's not any regret coming through in that energy. And so what that's telling me too, like kind of an underlying message coming through with that pile 2, is that your person trusts you. Like, they still trust you. Like, even if the two of you are at odds with each other, they trust you in a sense of, like, you know, they don't have to worry about you divulging, you know, their skeletons to other people. They inherently, you know, you're not that kind of a person, whether they're consciously seeing that or not. That's what's coming through. Your person trusts you in ways that they've never trusted anybody before. You're very loyal. You're very faithful. You're very just. You're very into, like, doing what's right despite what's going on. And so, I mean, you know, no matter what's gone down between you and your person, I feel like, you know, you've held some poise here. You've had some poise in the way that you've been handling things, because there is kind of an underlying energy or a sense, pile 2, that you really could have done this person dirty. You really could have, just with the truth, right? Whatever the truth may be, and you didn't. You maintain some, you not just some, but a lot. You've maintained a lot of integrity, because you could have really, really hurt this person, whether it's their reputation, you know, you could have maybe hurt them financially, whatever the case may be, but you didn't. You did the right thing. You definitely, your person is seeing you as someone who's very full of integrity. They're seeing you as somebody that's very just. You know, you did things the right way here. Okay, let's get some from here. Messages to pile 2, please. Game over. Says they fear your wrath. They know you're no longer entertaining their half-hearted effort. Yes, that's that Queen of Swords energy coming through now. You're like, nope. You know, Mr. Nice Guy or Mrs. Nice Girl or, you know, nice person is over. You know, either you come at me with what I want or don't come at me at all, right? They're acknowledging that in terms of, like, this being a mess. Like, they're realized, like, they're acknowledging that. You know, and they don't, you know, and there's energies here where that's what they want. They want to be able to do that, but they kind of fear letting you down, okay? We got slipped away. It says, though they never had you, to them you will always be the one that got away. They regret the chances they didn't take. So their overall message is that you are the one that got away to them. They played too much and they fumbled you, right? They may, for some of you, your person's coming through with an energy and with a sense that, you know, they took advantage. There was almost, they got too comfortable. They, you know, your person is recognizing that they took advantage and got too comfortable thinking that you would always be there. And now you're not, for a lot of you, right? Let's get one more. Messages to pile 2. That's a lot. Let me see if I want to take these. Okay. This is a special nod, and I'm going to put these back in, but there is a special note here for those of you where there is a third party, like if they left you for somebody else, or, you know, if they, instead of working things out in this connection, they went and, you know, got in another connection or, you know, a commitment with somebody else. They regret it. Literally, they regret it. We got the rival and regret here, and then we got divine intervention. They're almost, for those of you where that storyline resonates, they're literally asking for divine intervention here. Okay? In regards to, you know, a third party situation, they do regret the third party situation, and I don't know what's going on between them in that third party situation, but your person is literally asking for divine intervention regarding, I don't know if this is a triangle or what the case may be. Let's get one more. Okay, I put those back because that part is very specific. It may not resonate for everybody. We got frequency. Yeah, okay, so this says they're aligning to their frequency of love and operating at a high frequency vibration with openness to receiving. They're trying to align more to who you are and what you want. Okay, your person is seeing, it's almost like they're putting you on a pedestal in terms of character, who you are as a person, and how, you know, someone with your kind of character. I keep hearing poise. You have a lot of poise in their eyes. I don't even know what that means. I mean, I know what poise means, but like the actual literal definition so that I can tell you. If you don't know what poise means in terms of character, definitely go look it up, okay? Because this is key. This is how your person is seeing you. And you're someone with integrity, you're somebody with poise, very classy, you know, whether, you know, you wear designer stuff or not. It has nothing to do with, you know, your outward look. You may look very classy, but this is more of like classy in terms of how you carry yourself, how you operate in the world as a person. And they realize that they have not been matching that energy, and that they should have been, and that they should be. They're almost kind of using you as an example of how to be in the world. And they're really wanting to align to that. And, you know, I don't know if this is, what's on the back? Oh, the gods favor you. Now is the time your prayer has been heard and you will be succeeded and vindicated. Something about divine intervention. For a lot of you, your person is asking whatever higher power they might believe in to intervene here in terms of like maybe bringing the two of you together. Because again, we have this impatient energy. Your person is wanting, this now is coming into play as in terms of like they want to make a move towards you. They want to make a move towards this connection. And whatever's gotten in the way, whether it's a third party situation and or you're no longer willing to work on things, for a lot of you, they're asking for a divine intervention in that. I'm going to be nosy and find out what it is with the third party that's needing divine intervention. Because I'm like, why did that come out? That could just be you, you know. Let's see. What's going on with divine intervention in terms of a third party? Okay. This feels more like, I don't know if, for those of you where the third party thing does not track, just hold on, okay? For those of you where the third party thing does track, there feels like there might be finances tied up in that third party situation, and your person is asking like for divine help, maybe in trying to separate finances in some way. There might be some kind of a debt associated with that person. The Page of Pentacles here is also about learning lessons, right? And it's about, you know, the energy and the sense that I'm getting with the Page of Pentacles, with the King of Pentacles in the reverse, like they chose the wrong person. Like they learned their lesson, they committed to the wrong person, which would be, in this case, be a third party. Okay, for those of you where the third party thing doesn't track, it's just your person having learned a lesson that they should have committed to you, third party or not. All right. And the divine intervention is, this feels a lot like they're asking for divine intervention when it comes to you, pile 2, because I'm getting energies from you like you put the axe down and you're done. Yeah, because we got game over. And that's what they're looking for, divine intervention. You know, just, you know, like literally I can hear them saying something along the lines of like, you know, just open up, you know, pile 2's heart to, you know, another chance. Do what needs to be done to convince pile 2 to give me another chance again. Like open up pile 2's heart, open up pile 2's mind, you know, so that pile 2, yeah, so that pile 2 is open to giving me just one more chance. That's what I keep hearing, just one more chance. And that's what they're asking divine intervention for, because they're not happy or fulfilled without you. Again, we got the 9 of Cups in the reverse. This is what they're like, whether it's multiple third parties or one third party, right? They were not emotionally fulfilled, and that may be something else that they're not wanting to tell you. Like that skeleton in their closet, pile 2, your person might have a very difficult time telling you that the grass was not greener. It was never greener on the other side, no matter how many different fences they jumped or, you know, pastures they grazed. It was never greener with the 9 of Cups here in the reverse, no matter. Because maybe they told you that it was at one point. They may have told you, you know, that, yeah, things were really good over there and they were having more fun and they were happy and blah, blah, blah. Well, in reality, they weren't. And for some reason, and it could be tied to pride and ego, your person is not wanting to tell you that it was never fulfilling on an emotional level. The very most that it may have been, because remember earlier it was showing up with the Ace of Wands in regards to the skeletons are staying in the closet. No, for some of you, they don't even want to tell you that the sex wasn't even fulfilling. That's definitely, okay? So the skeletons that your person is not wanting to tell you, pile 2, was that the sex wasn't good, wasn't that good, was not fulfilling at all on an emotional level, and just overall, whatever they were doing with third parties was not fulfilling on an emotional level, and they don't want you to know that. I'm not sure why. All right, you guys, pile 2, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys. Hey, pile 3, welcome back. My name is Michelle. We are doing another Pick a Card Love reading. We are finding out what the person on your mind, whomever your romantic interest is, what they are thinking and how they are feeling about you and this connection right now, okay? So just keep in mind, you guys, it's a general reading, so anything that resonates, definitely claim it, pick it up, run with it. If something doesn't resonate or it just doesn't feel like it meshes well, or what the case may be, because sometimes specific, you know, messages will come through and they're not going to resonate with everybody. So just, you can drop those, leave them behind for the people that, you know, they do resonate for, you know, and just hang on because more messages will come through. All right, you guys. So let's see. If you are wanting me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection, where I'm excluding everybody else's energies, you can book a personal with me. The booking details are in the description box below. I have this specific reading available where I'm tapping into your person and finding out what their thoughts and feelings for you are available. It's $25. And then there's a lot of other $25 readings available in the specific person category. So just go check them out if you feel guided. All right, so pile 3, you guys were drawn to the Bumblebee Jasper. We got the overall energies of your person's thoughts and feelings. We have peace, but it's showing up in the reverse. And then we also have the 2 of Wands showing up in the reverse. So, definitely some energies of your person not knowing what to do when it comes to this connection, when it comes to you. Let's find out what's going on with peace. Let me check the book for peace in the reverse. The number 23 might be significant to you and or this connection somehow. Let's see, 23 in the reverse. All right, so it says, now is a time for calmness and well-being in spite of temporary conditions, even if there are dissonant notes in the music of your life. All that means is that you must go within and fine-tune the extraordinary instrument that you are. Find harmony within yourself and don't look to the outer world to provide certainty. This too shall pass, and once again, your life will be filled with beautiful music. Yeah, so, I mean, overall, your person's energy, like, they feel very uncertain about something, and it could literally be about this connection. They don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to act or what to do or what to say. You know, the 2 of Wands in the reverse is literally someone that's like, you know, maybe needing to get their ish together, but not knowing how, okay? Let's move on in the reading and see how all of this comes together. There's definitely it feels like there's a standstill. It feels like there's a standstill in this connection. So I am picking up, you know, for those of you where you're not talking to your person, there's a break in this connection of some kind. I'm definitely picking up on that, okay? For those of you where it's just things are not progressing, they're not moving forward, I'm picking up on that as well. All right, pile 3's person. Your thoughts and feelings on pile 3 and the connection, please. Whoa, we got, let's do this. Yeah, see, they want to. There's something that they're not knowing how to do. And this says your heart is, okay, so this says your heart is safe with me. We'll find out what the block is, though, because your person is definitely wanting to move forward. They're wanting to make progress in this connection. We'll find out what's at the root of that 2 of Wands. Okay, tell me more. Pile 3's person, your thoughts and feelings towards pile 3 and the connection. I've moved on. I'm sorry for making you look and feel like a fool. There's anxious attachment. Let's get one more. This feels like for some of you, I'm getting a sense that your person may have gotten ahead of themselves and gotten themselves into some kind of a sticky situation. Okay, let's get one more. Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 3. That would make sense why Bumblebee Jasper is coming through in this energy, because your person's not feeling confident about something when it comes to this connection. They want to move forward, but for some reason they're not feeling confident in either their ability to move things forward in this connection or just whatever the case may be. Let's get one more. Your thoughts and feelings towards pile 3 in the connection. Okay, so we have sticking to your boundaries equals mad respect for you, and that might be what it is. You may have drawn a very hard line in the sand. Pile, there's a lot of stuff here coming out. There's a lot that your person wants to say. Pile 3, hold on, let me get this. Okay, let me get my other thought out. That's what this feels like. This feels like you guys have drawn a very hard line in the sand. Okay. Not sure yet what that line might be, but your person is having a very difficult time trying to figure out how to move things. They want, you know, wanting to move things forward in this connection with you, but you've drawn a boundary about something, and now they kind of feel like they're stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Okay. I feel like it has something to do with this card here that says I've moved on. What this is feeling like, you guys, again, this could be very specific. This feels like somebody that may have gotten ahead of themselves and tried to move on with like a third party, and now they're realizing like maybe that wasn't the best route to take. Okay, this kind of feels like an uh-oh moment, like an oh shit moment. Like you know, I'm going to clarify because that's what this feels like. Like you've drawn a line in the sand, and it may have had, you've drawn a very hard boundary, and it may be related to like a third party situation or whatever it is this energy is here. We're going to find out though. Tell me more about I've moved on. Tell me more about I moved on. I just heard it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to move on. Okay. They tried very hard to move on. Who's the Queen of Wands? They're talking about you. This almost feels like them trying very hard to have moved on from you, okay? You're somebody that they're very attractive to. They find very sexy, very charismatic, very hard to stay away from. Because whoever the Queen of Wands is, this is someone that they're isolating themselves from, okay? There's the King of Wands in the, yeah. Okay, so immediately when the Ten of Wands came out, pile 3, like, yeah. This person may have taken action in the 3D to move on and away from you and from this connection. Your person, their thoughts and feelings and what they're wanting you to know is that it was very difficult for them. Very difficult for them to separate their energy from yours, because we got the Queen of Wands here and the King of Wands both in the upright position. It's like y'all are like magnets to each other, okay? They, like, I moved on in terms of like they're staying away from you. So this is very much indicative of those of you where you're not talking to your person anymore, and you know, you're the one that drew the line in the sand for whatever reason. If there is, you know, a third party situation here, your person's not bringing it up. I don't know what the case may be. Let me see about boundaries. What's this boundary here? Your person's not wanting to talk about whatever that is. Your person does respect you. They do want you to know that. They don't blame you for drawing the line in the sand that you did. They don't blame you. They actually respect you for that. You know, that's them kind of like, yeah, you know, pile 3 knows their worth. Pile 3 deserves better than what I've been doing, or, you know. Yeah. There's the King of Wands in the upright position. Ah, okay. Yeah, you're not matching their energy anymore. That's the hard line that you had to draw, and it might be like, you know, both of you are very passionate and you've been able to like match their energy in a very passionate kind of way, but you're like, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not giving you any more of my energy. I'm not giving you any more of my passion. This could literally be, you know, talking about sexual energy as well. Like, we're done. We're not doing none of that anymore. And although, you know, your person is definitely wanting that, for those of you where you've gone there, they respect you for not. Okay. Okay. You know, and there may have been some lies told, some deception that you were made aware of, or that you got very clear about, you know, okay, so there isn't anything overtly coming out about a third party. If there is a third party involved here that you know about, for whatever reason, your person's not wanting to shine any kind of a spotlight on that situation. They don't want to talk about it, okay, for whatever reason. Let's do this. Let's find out what that's about. For your thoughts and feelings towards pile 3, please. Pile 3's person. Tell me more about let's do this. This is some sneaky ass energy. So we got the 7 of Swords coming out with the 4 of Pentacles in the upright position. This almost feels like sneaking around and keeping things on the down low. Okay, I'm telling you. Why? Why does it have to be on the down low? See, I'm telling you, there's something about your, you know, like your person is there's third party energy coming out here. Yeah, that they want to be sneaky with you and be on the down low with you, because there might be somebody else involved. Okay, your person, even your person's energy is coming through as hell, a sneaky pile 3. They're not even wanting to bring up a third party. I feel like that's what I moved on, though. I feel like that's why you drew a line in the sand, because there is a third party. Like, you know, it's like the reason why they're having to sneak around with you and do things on the down low is because they want to keep a third party from finding out about it. And that's why you drew a line in the sand. And so what's coming out here now, more that this message is like, you know, developing, is that, see, and then we have over here, it says, I'm serious about you and I'm serious about us, but I'm afraid that it won't work out. And so this feels like your person is wanting to keep their options open. Like they're afraid to let a third party, or just third parties in general, go, because they're afraid that if they let that person go and they focus everything on you and things don't work out, then they lost out altogether. They're coming up as very anxious attachment. You know, of course, we are talking about, you know, their thoughts and feelings towards you. And so they're clinging more and more onto your energy, whether you are aware of it or not, pile 3. Their thoughts and feelings when it comes to you. And I am going to figure out, what do they mean by their, you know, what they mean by your heart is safe with them. You know, because I'm kind of picking up on that it's not. So, okay, what they're saying is that, like, what I'm hearing them say is that their love for you is real. Their attraction to you is real. And they want things with you to work out, but there's something about your guys' connection that's very unstable. It could be very volatile. There's just something that's making your person believe that there's a very high risk associated with closing the door on all other options and focusing solely on you, and it not working out. Okay, tell me more. What your person is wanting, pile 3, is they're wanting, whether you agree, I'm just telling you what's coming from them. What they're wanting is the ability to test things out with you first before they let someone else go. Okay, that's why we have the stalling to avoid taking action, the 1 foot in and 1 foot out. But Your person knows you're not down for that, right? You got sticking to your boundaries here. You drew a line in the sand. You said absolutely no, absolutely not. Hell effing no, right? And with the Two of Wands in the reverse, your person is trying to figure out like how can they get around that. Your person is associated way too much risk with just dropping the third parties or just third parties in general and just focusing on you. See, because it says I'm stalling to avoid taking action, and that came out with 1 foot in and 1 foot out. They want to take action towards you. They just, you know, they're keeping in mind whatever your boundary is, whatever your, if you gave them an ultimatum, they're keeping that in mind. Yeah. Tell me about your heart is safe with me. Okay, so we got the 8 of Swords in the reverse. I just heard them say to you, pile 3, you're making it way more complicated than what it needs to be. In terms of like working things out with them. Tell me more about your heart is safe with me. What's with the King of Cups in the reverse? Okay, so we got the King of Cups in the reverse, and then we got the King of Wands in the upright position. That's your person. What's the King of Cups in the reverse here? That could be you questioning your love, like you questioning their love for you. You questioning their authenticity when it comes to like, maybe they have told you like, you know, yeah, they want to work things out with you. Yes, there's a third party involved. They're willing to leave the third party, whomever that may be. But they want to make sure that things between you two are solid first. And you're like, nope, not doing that. Right? And maybe what they're thinking is that the reason why you're not willing to go along with that is because you question whether or not that's authentic. Like, are you really going to leave the third party, or are you just leading me on? So your person in that context, pile 3, is letting you know your heart is safe with them in terms of like, if you can just forget about the third party for a second and just focus on working things out with me, pile 3, I mean that. I am more than happy to leave the third party if things can work out between us. So your person is coming through in this energy, pile 3, of, you know, they're wanting you to understand their risk, because it's like, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong, I'm just delivering the message. Your person is wanting you to understand what's at stake for them if they were to cut the third party loose completely before knowing that the two of you are going to work anything out. They're not willing to let go of the third party unless they know for sure that things between the two of you are going to work out. And in your person's mind, pile 3, there's no way that they're going to know that unless the two of you try it out. But it has to be on the down low. It's got to be sneaky. Y'all got to do some sneaking around behind, you know, the third party's back and stuff like that. And your person is like, you can trust me that if, you know, we can work things out and things go good and whatever the case may be, I'm gonna lose. I just heard lose. I'm gonna lose a third party. You know, but they're being very authentic in their, at least in the energy that they're coming through. It's like they mean that. They're gonna let the third party go if they know for sure that the two of you can actually work things out for real, right? Not just work things out for, you know, or things be good between the two of you for a week, and then for whatever reason things blow up again. I'm picking up on some very unstable energies between the two of you guys, okay? And that's where your person's coming from. Yeah, because I mean, we got the Queen of Wands showing up, but see, they see you as their perfect match. They see you, pile 3, as their perfect match. They want to work things out with you, okay? This is coming through from your person energetically, and that I'm sensing that this is real. Your person is being real about that. But the problem here, and that makes sense with anxious attachment, okay? Your person has a hard time being alone with that anxious attachment. That's why that's there, because that's letting me know, why are they doing this? Why can't they, obviously, if they're willing, and it may just be, I mean, your person might be fine with the third party. I mean, honestly, what's coming through is they would be settling for the third party if they would prefer you, but they're fine with settling because they don't want to be alone. Okay, they're not okay being alone, which is why they're not willing to sacrifice the third party altogether just to see if things between the two of you work out. Your person is not okay being alone, and for some reason, I guess there's something going on with the third party where it's working enough. It's not exactly what they want. If you pile 3 and your person could work things out, they see you as being their perfect match, not the third party. But there's always that caveat. For some reason, your person has a hard time trusting that things are going to work out, which is why they keep things so in and out between the two of you in terms of like 1 foot in and 1 foot out. It's because they're afraid it's not going to work out. But here they're telling you again, I'm serious about you. I'm serious about this. If we can, no, yeah, that's a caveat. If you can just make peace, pile 3 was sneaking around behind, you know, pile 3's back, and you know, keeping things on the down low just for a little bit, just so that I can ascertain that things between us are actually going to work out. I will let the third party go. I will break up with the third party. I'll divorce the third party, whatever the case may be. And I will say they are being authentic in that energy that I'm picking up on. Okay, but like again, this is the problem, you guys, this anxious attachment, your person not being able to be alone. Those are issues right there, right? Let's see, we're gonna move on. If this is resonating so far, you guys, if it's entertaining, if it's giving you guidance, whatever the case may be, if you would, take a moment, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to show your appreciation, as well as energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it's resonating. Become part of the family by hitting the subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Pile 3's person, what messages do you have for pile 3? I don't know how to feel. Yeah, your person, and then it says they don't know how to feel, and then they wonder how you feel. They very much are feeling in between, stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Okay, so what I just received, pile 3, is that, you know, in regards to a third party, then they know they're just settling. They know. And they don't want to just settle, but they also don't want to be alone. And your person is kind of like, in whether or not there is a specific third party in mind, your person is realizing, because they see you as their perfect match, if the two of you don't work out, they are realizing anybody else they choose, they'll never have with anyone else what they had with you. So they're kind of like almost trying to settle in themselves the idea of settling from now on. If they're not going to be with you, they're going to end up just settling for something, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of that energy. I'm picking up on your person's thought process. And because they are coming from this space of having an anxious attachment, the reason why they're willing to settle is because they don't want to be alone. They'd rather settle than be alone, okay? Yeah, look, I feel so happy with you. Okay, so your person feels the happiest when they're with you. They get their happiness and their fulfillment from you. Again, you know, there's this idea of your person having tried to move on they got ahead of themselves. They got themselves in some kind of a situation, and now they're having a hard time figuring out like how they're going to get themselves out of it. And the way that they're figuring out that they're going to get themselves out of it just doesn't really seem like it's doing you and or this connection that they have with you very much justice, right? Because what I'm picking up on, and again, if this is really too specific, again, if it doesn't resonate for you, just leave it behind for the people for whom it does. It feels like your person, their way of resolving it is like, let's just see, pile 3, let's just do this thing on the down low. In other words, you know, we're not going public. We're not telling anybody about it. We're going to do it on the down low, maybe for a few months or whatever the case may be. Prove to me, pile 3, that this can work out. And I will remove the third party from my life and you'll be in that number 1 position, right? It is what it is. That's coming from that anxious attachment again. They're very afraid of... They're seeing that as almost as a gamble, as a risk, and they're afraid of losing. But yeah, we'll just leave it there. Let's get some more messages. Because your person is, you know, they're almost like they're making peace with possibly, you know, losing you. They don't want to. But they're almost seeing like there's a greater risk with ending up alone with you than if they were then ending up alone with the third party. There's something going on in the dynamic with the third party where your person is almost, I don't know, it's weird over there. I'm just gonna say that. It's weird over there with the third parties, okay? Give me 3 messages. Your messages to pile 3, please. I don't know if maybe the third party is just willing to turn a blind eye to things, or if things just, maybe they're more peaceful over there because there isn't as much passion. It's weird. It's a weird dynamic. Your person isn't, I'm not going to say, they feel so happy when they're with you, pile 3. They're comfortable with the third party. They're not necessarily happy with the third party, but they are comfortable with the third party. They know they're not going to end up alone when it comes to the third party. Okay? And that could very well be because, you know, the third party, when there's no passion, there's not going to be, because passion can run on both sides. Okay? Ancestral karma. Okay, I'll tell you what that is here in a minute. Give me 2 more. Your person, pile 3, is seeing where they're repeating a lot of the same patterns that they picked up in childhood. How maybe they've been behaving in ways, you know, they're kind of seeing some of like the habits that they've picked up from their parents, ones that haven't done them any justice, or, you know, yeah, they're seeing a lot of their parents in themselves now. We got resistance. Let's get one more. Marriage. You're the one they want to be with. You're the one that they want the lifetime commitment with. You're the one that they would choose if they know for sure. See, what's your person is choosing comfort over everything else. They're choosing comfort over passion, comfort over a real bond and a real connection. Because I'm seeing a third party, and then I'm seeing you, right? And when I look at things, your person, because what they are weighing is comfort, the third party is winning out because, how do I want to put it? It's due to wounding, it's due to that anxious attachment. What your person cares about is not ending up alone. That's what it is. And when they weigh the possibility of ending up alone, you versus the third party, it's like they feel like you're more of a risk in terms of the third party. Because the two of you have such fire and passion and desire for each other, there might be more jealousy on your guys' end. I don't know. Things just feel kind of, I'm not going to say they feel flatlined over there with the third party, but peaceful and easy and comfortable is what's coming up over there. I don't know. Maybe the third party just doesn't kick up too much of a fuss about anything. I don't know. I'm not saying that your person prefers that, but what they keep going back to is, I don't want to be alone. And they're afraid that if they let the third party go and focus on you for whatever reason, because, maybe you do put up a fuss, maybe you do stand up for yourself and the third party doesn't, things can get really heated between you and your person, pile 3, where maybe they don't get heated between the third party. Maybe the third party just doesn't have that fire in them that you do. You and your person are coming through as wand energy, pile 3. Wand energy is very fiery, very passionate, and it can run both ways. It's like whatever the feelings are, they're intense, whether it's intense anger or intense desire, or, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, your person loves the good parts of that, but it's also, and that's coming back to your person maybe, because we do have, I'm sorry for making you look and feel like a fool. You have a tendency to hold your person accountable, whether you do that through just action, through emotional outbursts, or whatever the case may be. I just feel like there's something, you don't hold back when it comes to your feelings. Maybe you can't. You're just very fiery, right? And your person is too. When you get two fiery people together, it can be really good and it can be really bad. And so I feel like your person is with somebody who's not fiery. And it's working for your person, because your person may be behaving in ways that they can't be with another fiery person if they're behaving in ways that are very triggering. So your person can be behaving in ways that are very triggering, but because whoever they're with is not fiery, it just, things don't blow up the same way. Yeah, it's something like that. It's very confusing. We're not going to delve too much more into what that is, but I mean, overall, your person's thoughts and their feelings towards you, pile 3, has everything to do with, they prefer you, right? And, your person, if they are often indulging in shenanigans, which if your person is wanting to basically have a relationship with you on the down low and faking, like they're Mr. Monogamous or Mrs. Monogamous or whatever with a third party, I mean, that's shenanigans. I'm sorry, because I'm pretty sure, like, they're saying we need to do this on the down low, so they're not telling the third party that they're over here trying to work things out with you. Okay, that's shenanigans all day. And you know that. And, so I'm sorry. It's like, no, I can see why you would have put your foot down with this person, because it's like, they're acting like they're somebody that's faithful and loyal and stuff. And maybe, to the third party, that's the mask and the face they're putting on. But over here in the background, they're really wanting to work things out with you. And they would, which is, that is cheating. They'd be cheating on the third party with you, with every intention of leaving the third party to be with you. Now tell me, how is that fair to the third party? It's not. So your person is not acting in integrity. This is, I'm sorry for making you look and feel like a fool. You've experienced with that. They're making the third party look like a fool. The problem here is your person not wanting to be alone. And they're also not wanting to get their shit together just as a person in general. If your person really was a safe space for your heart, then the only passion, the fire that the two of you would have would be in the constructive phase, right? But because they're showing up as this person who's not full of integrity, they're not loyal, they're not faithful, they're not honest, they're not transparent, they're showing up in ways that, you know, you get with another fiery personality, what's that going to do? Y'all are going to blow up and have all kinds of, like, you know, fiery arguments, and just, it can be disastrous, right? And your person kind of knows this, but they're not wanting to get their act together enough to be, and maybe that's what it is in the past, because your person is showing up now saying that they would be a safe space for you. But the caveat there is they're asking you. They're asking a lot of you. They're asking a lot. They're saying that, you know, yeah, let's act like the third party doesn't exist. But what that's going to mean is you and I can date and do all these things, but we can't do it out in public. Right? Meaning we're not going to be able to spend the holidays together, at least for the next few months. There is a time limit that I'm sensing that your person has put on things, like just put up with me being in a third party connection at least for the next 3 to 6 months. Give me just 3 to 6 months to see that things will work out, right? They're asking you to act as if there is no third party, right? But I get where you're coming from, pile 3, because they're not spending the holidays with you. They're not spending, you know, whatever. This is a timeless reading, but, you know, right now the next holiday is going to be Valentine's Day. They're not spending Valentine's Day with you. They can't. That would be, you know, that would be too much of, that's not on the down low. They're spending the holidays with somebody else. That may be a tall order for you, and it would be for a lot of people. So don't make yourself feel bad, okay? They're asking a lot from you, especially since it feels like they put you through a lot already with, I'm sorry for making you look and act, you know, I'm sorry for making you look and feel like a fool. They've already done a lot of things, right? So I get where you're coming from. But with marriage here, it says they see you as marriage material, someone that inspires them to create a strong foundation for marriage. Your person is saying, if you would just, you know, go along with the program, pile 3, for maybe 3 to 6 months or whatever, I will show up as that person that you always wanted me to be. But personally, as a reader, pile 3, I question that, because I'm like, if you were me personally, I'm like, if you were really somebody, you know, that had their shit together, and you were really somebody that's full of integrity, you would not be lying to somebody, you know, making it look like, you know, things are good, only to, you know, turn around in 3 to 6 months, leave that person for somebody else. That's to me, that's not a safe space. They're definitely not being a safe space for the third party, whether you know, I get if maybe some of you don't care about that. There would be some instances where I wouldn't care about that either, right? But yeah, just letting you know what's going on, pile 3. That was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today, and I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys.